What's the point of any of this? That question doesn't always scream. Sometimes it just sits in the background like a low hum, constant and unrelenting. It creeps in during the quiet moments, when the noise fades and all that's left are your thoughts, staring back at you. It shows up when you're tired, not the kind of tired that sleep fixes, but the kind that lives in your chest. The kind that makes you stare at the ceiling in the dark and wonder if any of it actually matters. The kind of tired that asks, why am I doing all this if nothing ever really changes? And maybe tonight is one of those nights where you feel like you've been moving and trying and fighting for so long that you can't remember why you started. Where everything feels like it's just out of reach. Where your motivation is gone. Your joy feels distant. Your energy is cracked and thin. And when you look at your life, you're not even sure what you're looking at anymore. You've checked the boxes. You've done what you were supposed to do. And yet, here you are, empty, or numb, or just wondering. And it's okay to ask. It's okay to feel like none of this makes sense. It's okay to look around and not recognize the point. It's okay to feel disconnected from the people you used to feel close to. It's okay to feel like you're going through the motions. It's okay to not feel inspired or lit up or full of purpose every day. You're not failing for asking this question. You're human for asking it. Because being alive is confusing. There's no roadmap. No guarantees. Just a series of moments we try to make sense of, one breath at a time. But I want you to know this, just because it doesn't feel meaningful right now doesn't mean it never will. Just because you can't see the beauty in this season doesn't mean it's absent. Some days, the purpose is hidden. Some days, it's buried beneath the weight of your exhaustion. Some days, your only purpose is to survive, to make it to the next moment, even if it's hard. And even that is enough. Even that matters. You matter. Even here. You might not see it, but your existence ripples. The way you keep going, even when you're not sure why, that has meaning. The way you show up in small ways, the way you notice things others don't, the way you quietly care, the way you keep your heart soft in a world that keeps trying to harden it, that's the point. That's what makes this life bearable. That's what keeps humanity from collapsing in on itself. The quiet, unspoken bravery of people like you. The ones who feel deeply. The ones who keep loving through their pain. The ones who still ask why, even when they don't get answers. You're not weak for questioning your purpose. You're honest. And honesty is sacred. It's a doorway. It's the beginning of coming back to yourself. Because somewhere along the way, you forgot. You got buried beneath expectations and obligations and routines that stole your soul one checkbox at a time. You started surviving instead of living. And maybe that was necessary. Maybe you were in survival mode. Maybe you didn't have the space or safety to ask, what do I actually want? What do I actually care about? What brings me peace? And now that you're asking, it feels overwhelming. Because the answers don't come easy. Sometimes they don't come at all. Sometimes they arrive slowly, like sunlight filtering through a thick fog. And sometimes they're not answers, just more questions. But questions are alive. Questions mean you're awake. Questions mean your soul is stirring. And that's something to honor, even when it's uncomfortable. What's the point of any of this? Maybe the point isn't some grand revelation. Maybe it's not about changing the world or leaving a legacy or finding perfect happiness. Maybe the point is in the quiet, unnoticed moments. Maybe it's in the way you gently take care of your body on a hard day. Maybe it's in the way you smile at a stranger. Maybe it's in the way you hold space for someone's pain. Maybe it's in the way you sit with your own sadness without running. Maybe the point is presence. Maybe the point is love. Maybe the point is simply to be, to witness, to breathe, to hold space for life in all its complicated, broken, beautiful forms. You're not broken for asking this question. You're not lost. You're awakening. And awakening is disorienting. It strips away the distractions. It pulls the curtain back. It shows you what you've been pretending not to see. And that's terrifying, because once you see it, you can't go back. Once you've tasted honesty, you can't return to a life of pretending. Once you've asked what the point is, you can't unask it. But that's also the beginning of freedom. Because when you ask what matters, you start creating a life that reflects your own answers, not someone else's. So if you're feeling disconnected, if you're feeling like you're floating, if you're feeling like nothing you're doing has meaning, breathe. You're not alone. And this moment doesn't define your whole journey. You're allowed to be in a chapter that doesn't feel purposeful. You're allowed to not know what you want. You're allowed to feel stuck. These are not signs of failure, they are invitations. Invitations to slow down, to turn inward, to stop outsourcing your worth, to stop chasing the next thing, to start listening. What if the point isn't clarity, but connection? What if the point is not certainty, but curiosity? What if the point is not to be everything, but to be real? And being real means feeling lost sometimes. It means doubting yourself. It means questioning everything. It means standing in the middle of your life and admitting you don't know what comes next. And that's not failure, that's courage. So tonight, I want you to lay it down. The pressure to have it all figured out. The shame for not feeling more grateful. The guilt for being exhausted. The mask you wear to make others feel comfortable. Lay it down. And breathe. Just breathe. Because maybe the point in this moment is simply that, to keep breathing even when it hurts. To keep moving even when you feel stuck. To keep loving even when your heart feels heavy. And if that's all you can do, that's enough. You don't have to save the world. You don't have to make sense of everything. You don't have to explain your pain. You don't have to be okay. You just have to stay. To not disappear completely. To not give up on yourself even when you're not sure who yourself is anymore. Because you will remember. Slowly. Gently. Unexpectedly. You will find pieces of yourself in laughter. In music. In conversations that go deeper than small talk. In the way your body softens when you feel safe. In the way your eyes fill with tears when something finally feels true. You'll remember what matters. What's real. What's worth holding on to. It might not come all at once. It might not be loud. But it will come. And maybe then, when you least expect it, you'll realize this was the point all along. Not knowing. Searching. Sitting with the discomfort. Peeling away the layers. Letting yourself feel. Letting yourself ask. Letting yourself be. Maybe the point isn't something you find, maybe it's something you allow. Maybe it's not out there, maybe it's in here. Maybe it's always been. You. Still breathing. Still here. Still becoming.